Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our episode of the day. Basically, we're kind of doing our little podcast where we just rip on or talk about anything that we want because we can and we have a camera, and it's okay.
That means our opinion is more important than yours.
Yes, because you don't have one. You don't have a camera anyway.
If you did, you wouldn't be watching us.
I'm on the internet, so our
Yeah, we so famous. Anyways, this today's topic is about what Carlos, what is their topic today? So I won't botch it. Yes.
What alternate world, universe, or plane of existence would you like to live in?
Yes, that's a very great topic to talk about. I mean, a lot of things could be any different movies, comics, TV series, romantic books.
Twilight does not count.
Oh no!
Oh, shucks.
Then
And let me shut you down already. Brazzers doesn't count.
That's a universe that anyone would want to live in.
That's Johnny Sins is the main hero. He's like the Iron Man of that world.
No, he's like the Captain of America. He's a perfect soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not Johnny Sins. Johnny Sins is not Iron Man. He's basically Iron Man is like one of the directors.
I like those memes of like, give thanks to essential workers, and it's Johnny Sins as a doctor, as a marine, as
Literally,
a firefighter.
you could say that he's overrated. I would say here.
Oh, why is Mr. Clean fucking this shit?
Right? I feel like it's worse. I feel like a perfect specimen, and I can't look to myself as him. Like I can't imagine myself like this.
Yeah, like, you gotta be able to insert yourself into that fantasy.
Like, this is me. No,
Yeah.
this is not me. I'm not Mr. Satama. Fucking One Punch Man.
Yeah, I'm not like cut up, like
Yeah.
carved out of marble.
Yeah, no. He was carved out of like the moon. He just came out of the moon. One of the hidden soldiers.
Hey,
It's
Johnny.
like the Nazis and the moon, right? What's that movie called? You recommended to me.
Oh, I forgot what it was called.
Something about Iron
Skies.
Iron Skies,
Yeah, stupid movie, but stupidly entertaining.
There's T-Rexes in the part 2, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Putin is in the new one.
Putin, I love it. Anyways, speaking of Putin and mythical worlds, Cruz, I want to talk to you about what place would you want to crash in if you had the option to live in a fantasy or...
Bear in mind, rent is free.
Rent is free. Oh yeah, exactly. You're kind of creating your own little story.
I want to be in the. What I will go is Star Wars when the Sith take over.
Okay.
When that area where the Sith are like.
Which time?
Are coming up, like right at the end of the High
Revenge of
Republic.
the Sith?
No. Like when there's a bunch of Siths.
So the Old Republic.
Old Republic.
The Old Republic.
Oh,
So
nice.
during the Republic Sith War.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh.
When the Sith take over and you know what? Screw the Jedi.
You know, I think that's like my favorite era in Star Wars
I
history.
will want to be one of the Sith warriors taking down the Jedi.
Is that something they're gonna bring up in the new Star
High
Wars film
Republic?
I
that they're
hope they
talking
do.
about?
I hope they do.
Probably.
Damn.
It should come.
I think it's good that they push that to 1,000 years into the past,
Yeah, it's like I think it's like 3,000 years.
so they could basically make up anything they want, right?
Anything, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, can they just make up anything they want?
Yeah, they can make
Like,
anything they want.
Technically, they didn't canonize the books, right?
And
So they
knowing
can just pick over whatever
They
they
can
like.
cherry pick. Is Knights of the Old Republic? That's not canon no more, right?
No, but you can still play it.
No, wow, it's not canon. My game doesn't work.
Why? Disney says it's not canon.
Well, we already know one of the characters is canon from Darth Raven. His name was mentioned in
Plagueis mentions him.
Plagueis also mentioned him, but he was his name popped up in the Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah,
Is that the movie I went to sleep in?
probably
That was a movie that disappointed us all.
speak for yourself.
Anyways, okay.
Yeah, they could
Cut me a vein.
yeah, they can literally do whatever they want in the next Star Wars series.
Okay.
Knowing Disney, you'll probably add a Skywalker there.
Back to.
Okay,
I mean,
what
what
would you be in this universe?
I'll be a Sith.
A Sith?
I'll be one of the warriors that take down the Jedi.
Damn.
You'd want to fight the Jedi?
You're hating that.
You a hater, man.
Hey, what? As a kid, I always wanted to be a Jedi. I'm like, pew, pew,
You
pew.
just want a red lightsaber, don't
And
you?
then as growing up, I'm like, wait,
You become
the
bald.
Sith are the Sith are the
Him a
good
Sith
guys.
now.
The Jedis are punks anyway.
Yeah, they're bullies. I would have.
They're Bible knocking door worshippers.
They kidnap children.
Have you heard of our
Yeah.
God Yoda?
Oh yeah.
No, I want to be one of the Sith guys that overruns the Jedi Temple, burns it to the ground.
Dope trailer.
Yes.
Damn, you sound like a Linkin Park album.
Jesus, man.
Anyways,
And if I could, be a star pilot too.
a star pilot.
Yeah.
Damn.
Something I can't do here.
Now, is there anything like?
Well, I can, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm not brave enough to get in the jet.
You can be a pilot here. It's whether or not you make it to the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, is there like anything else kind of that like brings that like why do you like the Star Wars be living in that time?
I want to visit some of the planets like Tatooine and
What a
Naboo.
tourist.
I want to be a tourist and like
Oh yeah, you can tell.
sit on the beaches of Naboo.
Oh wow. Okay. And besides that, it's kind of like one of the interesting things that you would want to live in there, right?
Yeah. Like, would I be an alien Jedi? You know.
What species would you be?
He'd be the guy from episode 6.
What species would I
What's
be?
his face with Lando?
Stupid.
Oh my God! What are Maul's people called? The
Mini Malls?
the brothers, sisters.
The Sisters of Dathomir.
No, but that's the sisters. But the
Dathomirians?
there you go, Dathomirians.
They have little horns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know I seen it in the the Old Republic. There's some that just look like humans, but with the horns out. Is that a thing, or is just
They're different species.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you could have horns and look normal, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a Jedi who I think he's the species you're talking about, where he just has horns.
Yeah.
That was the one I was saying. I saw.
Yeah.
He just kind of still has the outline of the whole Darth Maul thing. I think
Yeah.
I've seen him in.
But I think he's just a different species.
In Battlefront 2, they have a character for that. They have him as a playable character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious because stuff like that.
What would you be? Because I know you wanted to do Star Wars.
I mean, if I would have live in Star Wars, I would have lived during the time with after the Revenge of the Sith and
So
episode.
during the Jedi hunting.
Yeah. I mean, you could basically kind of be anybody at that time. It's all fair game. You could either decide to be a runaway Jedi. You could either be a hunting
bounty hunter.
a bounty hunter hunting them down, or Republican. Well, I'm saying,
Imperials.
yeah.
I've been Imperial all the way.
Well, I'm saying, like, you could basically be anyone in that time, and I would kind of be an Imperial because at that moment they're winning.
They're winning, yeah.
Like, you basically win till basically even after part 6, 7, and 8. You know, you're still around.
They're still in control during
So-
Mandalorian.
Until Empire Strikes Back, they're winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be gambling and making my bets that we're gonna be on top for a while.
Then as soon as they announced the second Death Star, then you were like, all right, guys, check it
Well,
out.
how long was the fourth one between the fifth one? Right? They said a couple of years, right?
4 years.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's more time. And then from part 3 to part 4, how long is that? I mean, Luke's birth until he was like 18, 19, or how old?
20.
That's a lot more time, right?
Was he 20?
He was 20.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have a whole...
Han was like in his 30s.
We have like 30-something years of winning.
Yes.
I'd be retired by then. I'd be that guy from Rogue One, where he's like in his own fucking land and stuff.
Oh, yeah, you got your own little farm and everything.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I guess I still trip out. Like, you know, they end up killing his wife and try to kidnap his kid just to be like, come back and help us. Like, you're gonna do it. And then they just like, pull.
You killed my wife. Why would I do it?
Yeah, right. You're coming then.
All right, thanks.
Yeah,
You figured they'd just be like, hey, man, millions of credits.
yeah.
All yours.
We could have the power. I can just imagine the bad guy, the one that was playing him, were also in The Dark Knight Rises. I'll give you a small fortune, my friend.
Oh, really? Do I look like I'm running Wayne Enterprises right now? Your hit on the stock exchange, it didn't work, my friend.
What? Your super weapon, it didn't work, my friend.
Right.
Now you have Imperials searching for rebels and strawberries.
Exactly. I mean, that's the time I would be. I would like to be in. You know, I already set my own life there.
I know, man.
Retired, had a wife.
Hey, hold on, let me type this down. This is cool fan fiction.
I basically I skinned a Wookiee and have him in my carpet.
Oh my god! Hey, they're slaves at this point. You can buy a Wookiee.
And like I said, I could just
Oh, yeah, that's right.
skin
I'm
'em.
slaves.
Skin them and leave them in my carpet.
This is Chewie's brother.
Yeah. Leave my little tauntauns alone. Baby Wampa.
I would hire a bunch of Ewoks to be my to be my servants.
It's like a midget strip club, huh?
Yes.
For furries.
Bring me my drink.
No, aren't they? No,
Sucra,
that's a
sucra.
that's a sand people.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, Jawas.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the little teddy bears.
No,
Ewoks.
Ewoks.
Didn't you say
You
Ewoks?
said Ewok.
Oh my god, I'm off today.
What is wrong with you? Anyways,
Midgets.
we're done.
You can't
ruined
say
it.
midgets.
Speaking of people who ruin things, Carlos, what world planet would you be a part of?
I would like to live in the Blade Runner universe. The Blade Runner world.
Oh, okay. What year time? There's 2049.
Well, it sucks to live in either one, but 2049, just because it has a more vivid look.
It looks nice. I haven't seen the movie, but it looks shiny.
It's very shiny.
Very bright.
Yeah, it's very atmospheric.
I like the Neo Bright thing. I've always liked Batman Beyond.
Ghost in the Shell.
Batman Beyond too. Like I feel like that.
Yeah, it's basically you could get the guy who set designed Blade Runner for a Batman Beyond movie. Couldn't tell the difference.
Let's make this happen now.
I know, right?
Okay.
Tim Bruce, please make it happen.
No, but the
Tim
reason
Burton.
Oh, Bruce Tim.
Oh, Bruce Tim. I was
Bruce
like,
Tim,
who's
that's
Tim
Tim
Bruce?
Who's Tim Bruce? Tim
You
Bruce.
mess up.
I mixed up the name.
Yeah.
Oh.
Though he's the creator of the Batman Beyond. He kind of doesn't want to let go of that.
He doesn't want to go with his child.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give rights to anybody.
Well, he shouldn't. It's a good.
I feel like he has, and he's kind of ruined it because the comics for the DC for Batman Beyond, it's a woman right now.
Well, that's
What?
not connected to the animated series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're kind of just doing their own thing. Well,
Now Batman Beyond's in the continuity of the timeline of
okay.
art, like the real.
Anyways, we'll talk about it some other time.
yeah.
That's another
That's
rant.
another.
Continue, sir. Continue. Blade Runner. Yes.
No,
Blades that run.
I pick it because it combines. I like cyberpunk and kind of old detective noir stories.
Question: are you gonna be purchasing, or is your curiosity in that new game Cyberpunk? Anything or
Keanu Reeves.
I would, but I like I said, I don't play consoles. So.
It's PC though too.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Maybe. I haven't seen too much about it.
I'm surprised. It's very cyberpunkish. It literally is called cyberpunk.
Well, that's the thing, because like that's I think that's more tech punk than cyberpunk.
Okay.
Because cyberpunk is has like more of a dark atmosphere to it.
Okay.
Well,
I was a
this
little threw off when you're like tech punk and cyberpunk. Like,
Yeah, there's a bit of a.
Steampunk.
Hey, well, I grew up.
I get steampunk. That's like basic heroin on something else.
Yeah, that's. Has there been a good steampunk
Batman.
show or movie?
I mean, Batman did a comic, Gaslights. No,
Yeah.
not the Gaslight. Is it
Yeah.
Gaslight? Gaslight steampunk kind of.
The animated movie
Is it steampunk or is it just set in Victorian times?
It's Victorian time with punk.
with steampunk.
So with punks.
Batman has his tools that are steampunk.
That's how I add it.
There's steam.
Batman's literally getup is steampunk.
I like that getup though.
Yeah.
I think
It
they
looks
got
dope.
that. I think that's where they got the Batman suit for the new Batman one.
With the collar.
Yeah, the collar.
Batman's never wore a collar.
I think the only thing that trips me out is like the front of the mask looks kind of like, where are all the other drugs hiding? From that comic from YouTube.
You know, Batman in that one looks more like a detective than he does in his other suits.
Yeah. Okay.
I know nothing of this, but
I know. That's why I was like, yeah, sure. Okay.
Stick with your
Continue with
cyberpunk.
something you know. Sorry about that.
stick with something I know.
Yeah.
All right, algebra.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, those are numbers, right? Those are the ones with numbers.
Hey, why do you have to mix numbers and letters together? Why
Because
can't,
someone wanted to be some people
Some
just
nerd.
want to watch the
why
world
can't you
burn.
just fuck off, all right?
I'm telling you, they were the Joker of that time.
Why?
Someone was like, I learned how to do math different. Like Mr. Incredible was like, math is math.
You know, day one I walked into my algebra class, I just knew I was fucked.
I knew that since once I saw the fractions, I was like, what the hell is this?
Well, so much for being an astronaut.
I was like, I guess I'm not gonna solve cancer then.
You know, right?
Thanks, America. Thanks, Clinton.
Thanks, Clinton. Oh, fuck yeah. Wow, blast from the past right there.
There you go. You know, we're from the Roman times.
The
you know?
Roman times.
You'll be hearing Nixon comments. He
No.
is not a crook.
No,
Continue.
you gotta do the true voice.
Oh, I am not a crook. All right, continue. Sorry, we're like.
Well, I like it because it's a perfect blend of old noir detective stories and cyberpunk. But what I like is just it's kind of just a dirty world.
Okay.
Like it's an Earth
Yeah.
that's dying, it's decaying. It's not really it's like the opposite of like the utopian visions of the future.
Yeah.
And I think it's I mean, I'd like to hope the future will be brighter, but most likely the world's gonna end up looking like Blade Runner.
So the comedian was right. You're
Yes.
looking at it.
You're looking at. I think that's, and it's just interesting to think about, like, being in that kind of world, a dirty detective in that world, kind of being on the seedy underbelly of the future.
Okay, very interesting. Is there anything that it's quite like? I mean, is this a part of a books, right, too, as well, or no? This is
It's
its own
based
thing?
on a book that's called "Do Robots Dream of Electric Sheep?"
Wow.
And-
Yeah, name.
And actually,
It's like the Silence of the Lambs when you finally get to hear the lambs at the end.
and the author of the books actually had another story called Blade Runner.
Really?
And when they were making the movie, they were like, "We're just gonna use the title Blade Runner."
Oh, okay.
And they were like, "Why are we incorporating elements of that book?" And they were like, "No, just because it sounds cooler."
Oh, okay. Was that book good? The Blade Runner book.
I haven't read that book, but I read "Do."
Yeah.
It's a long ass title. But it's they just got the core ideals, but like as far as like the world, it's completely on its own.
Okay.
Like it's one of those things where it's like a completely different adaptation, but they're good in their own way.
All right. What in that world would you kind of be interested in?
Why I want to be a Blade Runner.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
know,
that makes
I want to
sense,
hunt
right?
Dave Bautista down.
You can have Batista. He's gonna Batista bomb you though.
He's gonna kick your ass.
He's gonna hurt you.
I'd be that guy I'd just be with the sniper rifle from far away, like got him.
Oh, okay. Question for you: the which one of the two is the better movie?
49.
49.
49, way
And-
better.
Which is
way
weird
better.
because a lot of people they boast a lot of the old Blade Runner, right? Especially that scene where the guy's like in the rain. He's like Rosebud.
Tears in the rain. Yeah.
I know Rosebud.
Fuck you. That's a bit Rosebud.
I mean, for you, I mean,
No,
what is that?
I love them both, but Blade Runner 2049 just blew it out of the water with it. And in our other episode about where we're talking about favorite directors, Villanueva, he directed 49. So I mean, the guy can do no wrong.
Side note, seen pictures of that movie already?
Yes, I have.
What is your thoughts on that?
Dune? Oh, it looks
Well, the
great.
picture, yeah. The
Looks
pictures
great.
you've seen, yeah.
Love it.
Oh, okay.
I saw the pictures too.
Yeah? You're like,
I don't know what the fuck is going on in those
I
pictures.
love
but
it.
I just saw Thanos in there. I was like, what is Thanos doing?
I just saw
I know,
Oscar
right?
Isaac and Jason Momoa. I'm like, I'm in.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird because Jason Momoa's character, the character he's playing, was played by Patrick Stewart in the last movie.
Oh, really?
So it's kind of a weird, like, okay, they went a completely other direction.
Was Patrick Stewart in this movie?
He was Shakespearean Patrick Stewart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't Captain Picard. He was like, "For whence thou does done," you know.
Yeah.
It's weird watching him in that movie. It's not his best performance.
What's Dune about? I haven't seen the
That's, well, didn't you, well, I mean, whoever didn't watch the last video, which you
Yeah,
should
yeah,
have.
yeah. You were there.
Yeah. Can you give us a synopsis? Well, the Tremors. I could give you the synopsis. It's basically about Tremors
In space? Oh, okay.
Okay, this is it. It's
The spices.
It's 10,000 years in the future.
Yeah.
Planets are ruled by their own feudal systems, and intergalactic travel is only possible by using the spice to bend space. And the spice only grows on Dune, and it's a substance secreted by the Tremors.
Are they taking care of the Spice Girls?
Well,
Tell me what you want.
plot
What you really,
twist,
really want.
don't sing. You sang in the last one.
Oh, he did. The Spice Girls. Okay. Question about that. Is this a one? It's based on a book, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All of these are based on a book. Did Dune never get a sequel, or is this a movie, or is this a title where it gets multiple movies, especially since it's
There's
a book?
multiple books. The original movie was just by itself. It was a box office flop, so they didn't do anything with it.
Was it good?
I like it. It's a little slow for like if you saw it and you said you didn't like it, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I've seen Jaws, and Jaws is. I mean,
no,
I
this
feel-
movie's really
Slow?
slow. Like
Oh, okay.
slow.
Yeah, you're right.
But then like in the early 2000s, the Sci-Fi made a miniseries,
Yeah, all they did.
which was good. So you know, it's had its own interpretations.
But this one, you have more confidence in the whole Dune one, just
Yeah.
because of the director.
Yeah, you get to see it full blown on the big screen if theaters are still around.
Yeah.
by then.
Let's go digital.
Damn. Oh, okay, not bad. Anything else you'd like to drop on why this world?
Let's go to yours. Where do you want to live?
I want to go where no one ever went to catch them. Was my real test. to train them as I can. Pokemon.
To train them is your cause.
That too. I've read the German subtitle one, so the German ones are sometimes off from the.
I read the German one and I got a completely different message.
Mine too.
Like, oh my god, something about the Sudetenland invading the Soviet Union.
I would personally like to be in the Pokemon-centric kind of world, because I don't even know how that works sometimes.
Okay, where do you want to start? Kanto, Johto?
I want to say Johto is probably prime. Like, Kanto is, yes, obviously you get Charmander, but Johto is like, you get everything from Kanto and Johto, and I was a big fan of. Because I like Johto, Kanto, but Johto, I don't know, it had a nice...
Would you be a trainer or would you be a gym master?
Well, you gotta be a trainer.
I gotta be a trainer.
Right?
Yeah, well, you have to be a trainer. Oh, well, I could instantly be a master right away. I mean, I would cook myself, right?
They did, like your starter Pokemon, Mewtwo.
That'd be Mew, dude. No, but I think I'm just curious on how it works. Like, how do you get, like, sustenance? How do you function? How do you manage in the world? Like, who's supporting you? Who's your manager, right? Like, are you sponsored? I mean, how did it all work?
Like, do you have like a logo in your backpack, Pokédex?
That would make sense. Like, that's the only way I could see it, when you're being sponsored by someone in your own territory, your own village.
Yeah.
It's like, can you sponsor me, liquor store man? Can you hook me up with some stuff? Like, if I go here, would I be able to get something from you? And, like, it would make sense when you go in the gym battles, and then when you go to the gym the tournaments, like, oh, these people sponsored. These are sponsors for their place. And it could be like Rusty's from Cars.
Rusty was sponsored by Repel.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying, like, that's why I'm just curious to know, I don't think they've ever dabbled in that. I don't think they've ever cared, because you're kids.
The economics
Yeah,
of the Pokemon
but me, I
world.
would like to know. Show me the money.
You want to know the details of it.
Yeah, and, I mean, obviously Pokemon, yeah.
Like, Mewtwo's talking to you, you're like, shut the fuck up, how does this work?
I'm trying to learn the system, man.
That's how you game it. You think
Yeah.
Gary won just because he trained?
Dude, Gary was rich, though. Like, his uncle was literally the professor of that region.
So
Like,
it makes you wonder what his dad was.
he was hanging dong, dude. He hangs dong. That's all he had to do. He had an Ekans in his pocket. But that's what one thing I've always been wanted to live in the Pokemon world. Because, like I said, I see Ash just kind of frolicking, and at times they look like they're struggling. Remember, Brock had to be like, I can make rice balls. Like, is this all we're gonna eat? Rice?
Rice?
Yeah. So
I mean, at least you like Japanese food.
Yeah. But I mean, what else is there?
At least you know every town you go to, the nurse is gonna be hot.
Or like, I feel like I'm in the Matrix, the system. Like, take the red pill or the blue pill, But I've always been curious in joining but I've always wanted to live in the Pokemon world just to see how it works. I mean, would be me the first time to say that sponsors should be involved to make it work in the real world? Like, let's say they made a live action Pokemon movie. Yeah. Like, I mean, they did already. But what if they added to a trainer's part? Like, they already did a Detective Pikachu, but what if they went through, like, somebody who wanted to go and, like, be a Pokemon trainer? I don't know necessarily if they make a movie, like 3-4 movies of it.
It would have to be a show.
Yeah, but that's why I'm interested in knowing, like, what if they're trying to get sponsors and, like, yo, I could do this.
So you want to watch the Hunger Games?
Kind of, in a way. I mean, it almost makes sense, right? In a way, you kind of know, like, how are these Pokemon? How are they just letting random ass kids go into the wilderness?
Well, I always figured that because Ash is kind of completing the Pokédex. So I figure maybe it's like, okay,
getting paid for it.
Finish the Pokédex, and we kind of don't give a shit what you do on the side as long as you finish the Pokédex.
I don't know. It takes away the whole Pokemon trainer thing, then. Like, what was the whole point thing if you're just looking for stuff?
Well, maybe that's how Ash did it. I don't know how other trainers would do it.
Oh, I mean, you think they're getting paid, but who knows? That's why. I think the benefit of that is that we give you a free Pokemon without trying. Here, finish this thing for us.
Here's a life.
Yeah, like, basically, here's the Pokemon Dex. Go around the world and search them all. We're giving you a Pokemon. That's our only payment. They're basically getting scammed.
Here's a slave.
Basically, you're working for us for cheap labor. Oh, here's 6 Pokeballs if you catch one. Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I came back with Mewtwo. What the fuck?
What other Pokemon? That's it. What the hell, man? I get it. We got an extinct Pokemon. He's not even extinct. He was a cross-contaminated Pokemon. He's not even a part of the system.
Well, you do bring back extinct Pokemon too. The part where you find the fossil, you give it to that one professor, and he's like, "Oh,
It's my story, not Ash's." I'm talking about me.
no, in the game."
Oh yeah, in the game. But I'm just curious. I'm curious to know that. That's why I want to live in the Pokemon world. I want to know the system.
So it's not even about.
Where's the behind the scenes?
You know,
where's the Yakuza?
It's just to you, it's the world is so fascinating. That's why you want to live it.
Yes.
It's not even about the adventure. It's about the world.
Well, because I already know the adventures there.
Yeah.
I just want to know how it works.
Yeah. You wouldn't even be a trainer. You would just be like a journalist going around going, "How the
Documentary.
I'd like to be a journalist in the
Yeah.
Pokemon
You'd be
world.
a documenter.
Yeah, like, yo, I'm watching this. I'm
Ash.
recording a 6-year-old.
Hey, why do you keep following Misty?
Oh, it's because
Science.
the orange captures the lens.
Science.
Yeah, science. Yeah.
Where are your sisters?
All right. Is that a Genghis Khan in your pocket?
It's an Ekans.
Oh, Ekans. More like a Charmander. Oh yeah, but that's me. I mean, honestly, that's how I would want. Why I would want to go in the Pokemon world. It's more just knowing.
Side question. Kind of pertains to what we were just talking about. Who would be your chick from the Pokemon world?
Nurse Joy from Viridian City.
Because fuck Nurse Joy from Cerulean City. She's a cunt.
Obviously. No, honestly, that chick from Lavender Town. The older sister, or like the oldest sister, or the Haunter, the one that owns the Haunter. Yeah, that one. Yeah. She's cute, but she's already 20-something already by now.
Go for that psycho bitch, Sabrina.
Sabrina, no thanks. I'm gonna stick with the goth chick. I dig the dead. But yeah, for me, that's my world. I would like to be stuck on. I want to know the economy of Pokemon. What's making you the money?
It's a world that basically runs off a dogfighting system.
Like, I get Team Rocket's algorithms. Like, I understand them. Like, I get what you're doing. You're trying to capture them so you could sell them or even dominate in the Pokemon tournaments and stuff. Basically, you're cashing out checks for your own company.
For trouble.
It's basically like a representative company in our world trying to steal away athletes.
Yeah, basically. So that's why I understand them. I get you. I just don't get everybody else.
Like, if they try to jump you, they'd be like, listen, I know where another guy is. Let me pass.
And obviously, I could solve the greatest question of all. The mother of all riddles. What's up with Nurse Joy and what is it, Officer Jenny?
Officer Jenny.
How are they existing?
How are they all?
Well, they're all cousins, and
I want to know the main. I will discover this ancestor that brought them to life.
Jenny Prime.
Yes, I'd like to go into the Miss.
How do they all look alike?
Granny Jenny's house.
Granny Jenny.
And who is Grandpa?
That's some powerful
Professor
sperm.
Who brought them to this world? And is Mr. Mime banging Ash's mom?
You know he is.
Anyways, that was me. That was me. That was all Pokemon. Cruz, you.
Once you got to banging Ash's mom,
You want to change it? Clean your hands and dust it off.
Threw the baby over the river.
Time for the cruise.
Okay, Moses.
Okay, he's gonna survive. He have planned for the child.
Oh my god.
Anyways, Cruz, for you, what's another place you would want to live in?
Man in the High Castle.
You want to do a man in the high castle? Or
So you want to live in a world where Nazis won?
I want to see how the world is if Nazis had a
You
won.
can't do this whole you want to see the world. No, you can't steal mine. You want to live in it.
Okay, I want to live in it. I want to be part of the group of people that take down the Nazis.
But they won.
Yeah, the Nazis won.
Yeah, so they won.
Well, what's the whole
The
thing
story's not
that?
about taking them down. The story's about living in a world where they won.
Yeah, but I want to be part of the group that takes them down.
So you want
But they don't go down.
You want to be a Nazi?
I want to be an ally that helps or tries to start taking them down.
But they don't go down.
Look, this is my world, not yours.
Well, actually, you have to be a part of that world. So you
Yeah,
have to-
yeah. You know, you're in the world where the United States split into Germany and China, and there's still people trying to take down.
Don't look at me. I haven't seen this place.
It's Japan.
They all look alike.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Get the world right, man.
Says the one that doesn't even know it's an Ewok and a freaking. I'm not gonna say it.
A Jawa? Hey,
Jawa.
midgets and midgets, alright? You can't
Squinted eyes and squinted eyes.
You're the one mixing up Aryans for Sinos.
Oh, my goodness.
But I want to be part of that.
Sino's not a derogatory
They sound
term.
like a rhino. I thought you were making fun of rhinos.
That's actually what they call the war over there. The Sino-Japanese War.
Rhinos all over the world would be disappointed.
Rhinos. Oh, this is Black
Okay,
Panther.
first of all, Man in the Castle, what is it again?
So it's basically United States and the Allies lost the war, and Germany took over, and Hitler's king.
Why don't you want to be with the Nazis? They look like they're having a good time.
Yeah, like I know this is gonna come off wrong, but if I lived in the world of the Man in the High Castle, I'd be a fucking Nazi.
Ah,
I
would help them. I'd be an investor.
I'd be on their side.
I support gold.
Because, like, as far as it looks, the people who support them, they got it made.
Okay, so what's the plot or the ending of it? Does it end or no?
It ends. It ends eventually.
Eventually.
Does
it end, Carlos?
After 4 seasons.
No, are we talking about book or what is this based on?
It's a movie. It's based off books.
Okay, listen. It's a miniseries that's based on the alternate history book by Harry Turtleduff.
Sounds like a chocolate bar.
I know, it's a stupid name. But it's basically a world where World War II was lost. The Nazis and the Japanese won. And the United States is split in half. So California and the western side went to the Japanese, while the eastern side went to the Nazis. So it's basically a world where they won.
Yeah.
And there's a Cold War going on between these two powers.
Okay. So it doesn't end?
Well, I mean, the Nazis won. They win. Like, that's the story. Them winning.
Nazis win.
But the book doesn't, like, or they show, like, the end.
In the book, it's just, like...
They're living in it.
It still continues. Like, it's like if they wrote a book, like, oh, what if America won? It doesn't end.
Okay.
It just keeps going on with America.
So, Cruz, you'd just be still trying to be in the good fight?
Good fight.
So you would be in the neutral territories then?
Yeah. I'll be like right down the middle.
There's like a space
Carson City.
in the Rocky Mountains that's designated a neutral zone between the two powers.
Yeah, Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Switzerland.
Like everything Nevada, Texas, all that's all Japan. Everything else is all Germany.
Why aren't you Canadian? Because they're pretty neutral too.
Well, yeah, they're Canadian. They're neutral in that.
Yeah, that's the thing. The stupid part of the book, like everything's changed, but Canada still Canada.
They must have been. The author must have been Canadian.
Yeah, he's like lazy. and like in his alternate history books, he always gets lazy with Canada.
Yeah.
It's like Canada's just Canada.
No, maybe that's the funny part.
Yeah,
Right? It doesn't change. Yeah, I want to live in that world. You know, try to give the Nazis a good fight. Eventually, loses at the end. But
Damn, you want to live in a messed up time. I mean, we want to live in space battles and big bounty hunters. You're like, I want to be under rule by Nazis.
so basically, you want to be in a losing battle in a world that's fucked up.
yeah,
you crazy, man. You
take
crazy.
me out.
What the hell?
They'll pretty much take you. They'll put you in a chamber,
Dude,
man.
we gave you 10 minutes and you gave us this.
You gave us this, man.
You're dark.
The first thing that came
I
out.
mean, is that all you want to give out, or is there anything besides?
It's not even a world you're knowledgeable about. The
I
Chinese,
just saw the first season.
the Chinese one. The Chinese one. Come on.
Okay. All right, Cruz. Let's go to Carlos on this one. Carlos, you seem like you know where you're going. Carlos, what's another place you would like to live on? By the way, I'm probably gonna call like maybe one more like on my part. Like, I don't know. I want to talk about one more like place, but like I'm just giving out two today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Cruz gonna give out 2 or 3?
I don't know. It depends.
That's it.
That's it.
Then I guess I'll give out my main favorite one.
Okay.
Star Trek.
No, in a world, deep space.
Deep Space.
Where no man has gone before.
Spock.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun,
Indiana
dun,
Jones.
dun.
That's a Duel of Fates.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, dude, put Duel of Fates in Star Trek. I'd be down for that.
Get John Williams. to
Okay,
Star
first
Trek.
of all, what happened with Picard?
What happened?
Yes. Here we're talking Star Trek.
They totally botched that ending.
It was just the ending or the season itself?
Well, here's the thing. The show, it has good moments,
Okay.
but then every now and then they'll throw something at you that you're just like, wait, what the fuck? That makes
Okay.
no sense.
Okay. So what was the biggest part of the show that you're like, okay, this is not good?
You don't mind if I spoil it, do you?
No.
They kill Picard.
What?
Huh?
And then they bring him back as an android.
Like in that movie where I
Yes.
was telling you.
And then, but never, he's not an android with like, oh, I'm gonna have a young body. Oh, I'm gonna have super strength. It's literally just a shitty copy of him. Like, you're still old.
So why did they bring him back?
So why'd they kill him?
Yeah, why'd they kill him?
Yeah, why'd they kill him? It's just like, you could have just been like, let's cure what he had.
Was that just for ratings?
I think it was. And then they brought back the Borg, and there was this whole thing with Romulans that just kind of led nowhere. 7 of 9, and I was just like...
So they're bringing Whoopi Goldberg back in season 2 just because he's an android?
Whoopi Goldberg wasn't an android.
No. I'm saying they're going to bring him back to deal with the android Picard.
I thought this was just going to be one season.
Oh, really?
Like, just one hurrah, and that's it. But
Season 2's coming out.
yeah, that's why I was like, why?
You know what they should have done? They should have done like a one good season of them, and then that just leads off to a new Star Trek.
Yeah, that would have been great. But no, they're like, no, let's just keep it going.
Is that good though? That they did good, or like the season went well since they're doing a second season?
I don't know. I don't know the ratings of it, but
Okay.
But I was not impressed as a Trekkie. But you know, I'm a Trekkie. Like, I nitpick everything about Star Trek.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's like if Cruise saw a Batman movie. Like, he's somebody who knows a lot about the lore.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have a little bit more of a knowledge of that. You studied it.
Yeah.
So
Like, Star Trek is my all-time favorite franchise when it comes to anything. So, of course, I'm going to be, like, with you and Brazzers.
Actually, it's Reality Kings.
Nice.
No,
The Ratchet
digital
The
playground.
Ratchet guy.
I feel like they're the ratchetest of them all. I mean,
No, it's dog farts.
yes,
They-
you're right. I think you're right. I think so. Maybe. We'll talk about
This took a left turn.
Yeah, okay, some other time. So I mean, so Star Trek, you want to live in that.
So Star Trek, I like it because it's got kind of a pulpish feel to it. Like, the reason I like it because it's
Like
a
the juice,
world
like
where
pulp.
you can have like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What you're talking about.
It's a universe where one episode you can have a fun adventure where you're wrestling with a giant lizard, and in the next episode you can have exactly.
It's the only thing I know from.
And the next episode you could have a grounded philosophical episode like The Measure of a Man.
Where you're chess playing with the lizard again.
Yes. Like, you could just have so much with it. You could explore different premises, and there's so many ships, races. I think the only other franchise that has as diverse of a universe would maybe be Star Wars.
The Gungans.
The Gungans, yes. You know, Star Wars has Naboo and the Tatooinians and Jar Jar, and Star Trek has the Ferengi and the Romulans and the Klingons. I mean, if you want to have an epic war story, you can have that. If you want to have a time travel adventure, you can do that. If you want to have a detective story, a spy story, action story, Star Trek's literally done it all. So, I mean, you could be I would always see Cruise like a renegade Maquis, you know, being a smuggler. Or Gambit, you could be an honorable Klingon warrior, Viking type warrior.
You're bored.
Yes, I could be a smarty pants Starfleet officer, and you know, it would all fit.
Pencil pusher.
Yes, pencil pushers. You know, we would all have our place in the universe.
Oh, I see. Carlos has the AI, that annoying AI that keeps popping out. I didn't call you.
Oh, like that paperclip in Microsoft.
Yeah. Do you need help, Captain? Nope.
Damn.
Go back to your
I
computer.
see Carlos as like a swindler. Like, he'd be screwing people over.
I'd be a Ferengi.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Sounds like something Rafiki would
Yeah,
have.
see, at least I came in knowing about my universe.
Oh, Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Just because you know stuff doesn't make you smart.
That's true. Man, you can't just use that. You can't just give you that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You didn't.
All right. Enough about you guys' knowledge. Anyways, Carlos, please.
You just called you Cruz.
I mean, he called me Cruz.
Did I?
That's insulting. I'm walking out.
Okay then.
Danny?
Cruz finish up Star Trek.
Yeah. There you go. Pew pew.
No, but I just love Star because it just gives you so much freedom in what you can do, which I think is probably why you like Star Wars, because you can be a Sith, a Jedi, a smuggler. Star Trek, you can be a Starfleet officer or any one of the aliens and have any kind of adventure you want.
I'm sorry that the Golden Girls always had more priority over Star Trek. I apologize.
Ah, now I get it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because during that time, that's all they played. But anyways, continue.
That's true. That's all they played. They played it like every day at 11, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was always watching Lucy.
Oh, yeah, Lucy's great.
Yeah. Can we be in that universe?
Yes.
Where it's the 50s and for some reason Cubans are accepted?
And spousal abuse. It's okay.
Yeah.
Right?
What time place did that show take place in?
50s?
50s.
The 50s?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, they were barely... I think they introduced the TV for the first time in that series, right? Well, not necessarily there, but like in that one of their episodes was like the TV came out.
The TV. But the TV existed before that.
No, I'm saying, like, I think in their time,
Yeah.
their reality...
Yeah.
They introduced the television there. Like that's how old back they were.
And Superman was real.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. That was the actor.
What are we talking about? Superman?
Yeah.
Superman was in the show, but he wasn't Superman. He was the actor who played Superman.
Is that the one that someone kid pointed a gun
Then how
at?
did he get to the? Why did he come save Lucy for?
Because he was in the apartment.
Superman's there?
Yeah, and Lucy said that
He left and then he came back.
Lucy said he was gonna be in the birthday party for the kids, and then
Also, Superman's canon in I Love Lucy?
no. Here's the thing: he's saying Superman is canon, but no, the actor in that universe, you know, who played Superman at that time, he made a guest appearance, and they were like. Lucy said, "Oh, I'm gonna be able to get Superman for a kids' party," but when he doesn't show up, she puts on a Superman outfit and tries to trick the kids. But surprise, Ricky brought him over,
Oh, yeah?
and then he comes out and she's like, "Oh my God, it's Superman!"
He like punches her like, you're a villain.
Yeah, punches her off, and she's like on the side of the building because
Nope. George Reeves as Superman with Lucille Ball. So he was Superman.
Anyways.
yes, okay.
Star Trek.
Superman exists with I Love Lucy.
Star
okay.
Trek. Star Trek. I mean, what any other things besides
I think that was pretty much it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, that was us. This was today's The Slice podcast episode. Our topic is worlds that we would like to live in. You know, stay tuned for other things. Be safe out there, folks, because this monster called the Cronies is coming after everybody. So be safe out there. Make sure to wear your condoms and masks and whatsoever. Dress like you were dressing in the medieval times. The plague is back, bitches.